Savannah, Georgia, a city steeped in history, a city known for its beauty. But beneath that charm, shadows linger, darker energies. And at the heart of its haunted reputation stands the Moon River Brewing Company. This isn't just a pub, it's a place where the veil between worlds feels thin. We've investigated countless locations, but Moon River has a unique, heavy energy. You feel it the moment you step inside. Something is undeniably here. A raw presence that watches, that waits, that sometimes interacts in terrifying ways. The stories are intense, the experience is chillingly real. This imposing structure wasn't always a brewery. Its foundations were laid way back in 1821. It rose as the City Hotel, one of Savannah's first and most luxurious hotels. Imagine it then, a beacon of high society. The elite gathered here, lavish parties, important meetings, the hum of prosperity. It was the place to be. A central hub of life in this bustling port city. The walls soaked in the conversations, the laughter, the secrets of Savannah's most prominent citizens. This building was a witness to the city's golden age, a symbol of its ambition and its elegance. Think about the sheer number of souls who passed through these doors. Famous figures walked these very halls. James Audubon, the renowned naturalist and painter, stayed here. He studied the local wildlife, capturing its beauty. But what else did he sense? Did the subtle undercurrents of this building's future darkness reach him? The energy of countless guests, their joys, their sorrows, their very life force, became part of the fabric of this place. Each footstep, each whispered word left an imprint, layering the atmosphere with human experience, creating a complex tapestry of residual energy that we can still feel today. But even in its heyday, a certain darkness began to creep in, like ivy slowly covering ancient stones. The grandeur couldn't keep the shadows out forever. The seeds of future tragedy were already being sown within its opulent rooms and bustling corridors. This building, designed for comfort and celebration, was destined to become a vessel for immense suffering and unexplained phenomena. The initial joy and luxury were just the first layer, soon to be covered by much darker, more intense emotions. The building's true, chilling legacy was only just beginning to unfold, a story written in pain. The history here is stained with blood, raw, violent emotion. One of the most infamous events was a brutal duel. Dr. Philip Menas and James Stark. These weren't just names in a history book, they were men whose anger boiled over within these walls. Sometime in the 1830s, a heated confrontation led to Stark being shot, his life violently extinguished right here on the property. That kind of sudden, aggressive death, fueled by rage, leaves an indelible mark. It's an energy that doesn't just fade away. It clings, it festers. We've encountered this type of residual anger many times. It's powerful and often confrontational. James Stark wasn't some unknown figure. He was a prominent local. His death sent shockwaves through Savannah society. Imagine the outcry, the grief, the anger that followed. His spirit, some say, never truly left the scene of his untimely demise. He is believed to be one of the angriest entities residing here. Could his spectral rage still be lashing out at the living? We've investigated locations where murder victims remain, forever replaying their final moments or seeking some form of justice or acknowledgement. The energy of such a traumatic event can become a permanent fixture in a location. Then, the city faced a different kind of horror: yellow fever. Deadly epidemics swept through Savannah multiple times in the 19th century. This grand hotel, once a symbol of luxury, was transformed. It became a makeshift hospital during these desperate times, a place of immense suffering, a place where countless men, women, and children succumbed to the horrific disease. The air would have been thick with fear, with pain, with the scent of death. The sheer volume of human misery concentrated in one place is almost unimaginable. This building became a repository of sorrow. Think about the conditions, the desperation. People were dying in these rooms, their bodies racked with fever, their last breaths filled with agony and despair. Doctors were overwhelmed, remedies scarce. That kind of mass suffering, that collective trauma, creates an incredibly potent spiritual imprint. It's like a psychic scream embedded into the very structure of the building. The walls absorb that pain, that fear. This wasn't just a few isolated deaths. This was a period of intense, widespread mortality, turning a place of life into a house of the dying. This dark chapter significantly contributes to the building's haunted reputation. The entities that linger within Moon River are numerous and varied. They make their presence known. Employees and guests alike have reported chilling encounters, experiences they struggle to explain but can never forget. One of the most frequently cited apparitions is the Lady in White. She is often seen on the upper floors, sometimes gliding silently down hallways, a sorrowful and ethereal figure. Is she a former guest from the hotel's heyday, or perhaps a grieving mother from the yellow fever epidemics? Her energy feels melancholic, a quiet sadness that permeates the space she inhabits. It's not just adult spirits here. The distinct sounds of children's laughter are often heard echoing from empty stairwells or rooms, particularly on the third floor. Sometimes a little girl is reportedly seen, fleetingly, playing on the stairs before vanishing. Who was she? A child who perished during the fever outbreaks, or perhaps a spirit tied to an earlier tragedy? Her presence is often described as playful, yet there's an underlying eeriness to encountering the energy of a child's spirit in such a historically dark place. These encounters leave witnesses with a profound sense of unease. Then there's the basement. This area has a notably heavier, more oppressive atmosphere. Down here, the spirit known as Toby is said to reside. Toby is not like the sorrowful lady or the playful child. His energy is described as much darker, sometimes aggressive. Reports include objects being thrown, people being pushed or touched by unseen hands, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched by something malevolent. This entity seems territorial and is believed by some to be connected to the building's more violent past, or perhaps the suffering of those held or mistreated here long ago. Our team, Ghost Adventures, investigated Moon River. We were drawn by its intense reputation, and it did not disappoint. The activity we encountered was significant, some of the most compelling we've documented. We captured clear electronic voice phenomena, disembodied voices speaking directly to us. We witnessed unexplained lights and shadows. Our equipment registered drastic environmental changes. The energy was palpable, raw, and undeniable. Moon River isn't just haunted, it's a vortex, a place where the spiritual world actively and powerfully interacts with our own. We left with no doubt that this place is a major paranormal hotspot. In 1999, the historic building took on a new identity. Moon River Brewing Company opened its doors, breathing new life into the old structure. But the past wasn't simply renovated away. It remains an integral part of the brewery's character. The owners and staff are well aware of their unseen occupants. They don't shy away from the haunted history, they embrace it. Many employees have their own incredible stories of paranormal encounters, from fleeting glimpses of apparitions to more direct, unsettling interactions. They share these experiences openly, adding to the building's mystique. People come from all over, drawn not just by the craft beers, but by the chilling tales of the spirits within. Patrons often report their own unexplained experiences while enjoying a pint. Sudden cold spots in an otherwise warm room. The feeling of being watched when no one is there. Whispers heard over the din of the crowd. Some have even claimed to see shadowy figures or objects moving on their own. It offers a unique blend, a lively, modern brewery coexisting with centuries of history and a very active paranormal presence. The energy is something you can almost taste. So why is Moon River so intensely haunted? What makes this particular spot such a magnet for spirits? There are theories. Some paranormal researchers believe that Savannah, and specifically this location, sits on powerful ley lines, invisible pathways of telluric energy that can amplify spiritual activity. Others speculate about old rituals or practices that may have occurred on this land long before the city hotel was even conceived, charging the ground with a unique energy. The sheer concentration of human emotion, joy, luxury, anger, violence, sickness, and death, has undoubtedly soaked into the very fabric of the building. Moon River Brewing Company is more than just a pub in a historic building. It's a place where the past is undeniably present, where history isn't just read about, it's felt. The stories of its ghosts are not mere legends. For many who have walked its halls, they are tangible experiences. This location serves as a powerful conduit, connecting us to the lives, the emotions, and the unexplained phenomena of those who came before. It's a constant reminder that some places hold on to their secrets and their spirits long after their original purpose has faded. The investigation here is never truly over.